Day 3. So I'm over here at Truck Heroes, who has a whole ton of brands that you're familiar with. Bushwacker, Superlift, Rugged Ridge, you name it, they've got it. And so I'm here with Lee, and she's gonna tell us about some of the new stuff they've got here at the 2022 SEMA Show. Lee?
Yeah, so we're really excited to debut a ton of new products on this Jeep JL. So first we've got some new skid plates from Rugged Ridge. So if you look under here, you can see we've got full belly coverage under there. Like I said, all from Rugged Ridge. And we got this thing on some nice 40-inch tires because we have a new Superlift long arm kit we just put on it. So awesome tire clearance here. Then you can see we've got some nice coverage on our fender flares. Those are our Max Terrain from Rugged Ridge. So we've got our Bushwacker full trail armor. So you can see it's giving that hood protection, cowl guard protection. We've got our trail sliders from Rugged Ridge. We've got our Fortis tube doors. We've got grab handles. This thing is truly decked out with everything from some of our featured brands.
They've also got a Gladiator here that we want to check out. I think for those of you who want a rear bumper tire carrier, I think I spy one over there.
So definitely debuting a few new products for the JT, and so we'll start with our new Metal Max fender flares. So these are an awesome steel fender flare. It has the DRL running lights, also operates with your turn signals. So it's an awesome look, and that really heavy duty steel flare to give you that, extra protection on the trail. And as we kind of continue down, we have our Infab trail sliders, great sliders for on the trail. And really excited about our new sport rack as well. So this is the Rugged Ridge Sport Rack. Obviously you can mount multiple lights, and it gives your JT that kind of chase vehicle Baja look. So that's a lot of fun.
So coming around back, this is what really drew my eye to this Jeep. Lee, can you tell me a little bit about what we're looking at here?
Yeah, so we're really excited to debut our dual swing out tire carrier. So not only can you fit this massive 40-inch tire, but you can also fit other traction and recovery gear right on the other side. So the dual swing out, super versatile. And something else to point out on this rear is the nice little hitch skid plate protection right there.
Is it safe to assume that the spare could be mounted on either side of this carrier?
Yes, exactly. You have flexibility in what you want to mount where, and what additional gear you want to carry.
Sure. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So, what do you think? I'm here at the Bestop booth. I'm actually standing with Ken from JOIIO, and they offer a service that is truly unique, and I thought it was worth covering. So, Ken, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you do?
Hi, welcome. Great, thank you, Eddie. Thanks for the intro. But essentially, we are JOIIO. We're a Minneapolis-based company. I've been a 35-year Jeep Wrangler owner, and I've always known people to battle with the limits of the hardtop. How do you get your hardtop off? Where do I put it? Where do I store it? So voila, we created JOIIO. Indeed, what our plan, our business model includes removal and storage of hardtops. We have a warehouse space, and we have pallet racking. We store all the tops, and we also, as a part of the package, include installation and use of a brand new Bestop soft top. So it's a package that we sell. So in the fall, our customers come back, and we remove their tops, remove their soft tops, and reinstall their hard tops. What you're looking at here is our mobile unit. We call it the OG, which is the original Gladiator, not original Gangster, but what have you. So, but again, essentially, this is a 24-volt system that, if you saw in the front, has a hydraulic hoist that keeps our batteries powered, and I can back up to our customer's vehicle, and this will articulate out. I've got four hydraulic pistons, 1 ram, and 3 articulating hoists. I back up, articulate this out. I can't operate it in here during the SEMA show. it lifts it up, it spins it on this axis. I set it down on skids that attaches to the bottom of the Jeep top, as well as to the vehicle itself, and away we go.
That's awesome. And so the question people would have to ask is, how much is would a service like this cost?
Yeah, so for a seasonal service, about $900. So essentially that includes removal of the hardtop in the spring, and our Minnesota summers start about April. We store the top safely and securely throughout the summer months. You get to use the soft top that we install for you, and then in the fall we reverse order again, removing that soft top, clean it up, tuck it away, we reinstall your hardtop. We also, in addition to that, offer like weekend packages as well. People can come in on a Friday. Let's say you don't want to take the leap of having a soft top, but want to just try out and get some vitamin D and have the wind blowing through your hair. We'll remove your top or your doors or both for $99. You come in, it takes literally less than a half hour. They're in the door and they're out, and they can come back at a later time. We're pretty gracious with enjoying. People call up on a Monday, can I have one more day? I want a little more sunshine. So we extend it out. But really, our whole objective is to break down the barriers that our customers are having with the amazing vehicles that are Jeeps and Broncos, and it's just, having that confinement of the top that's on. So we call ourselves liberators of Jeeps.
Awesome. So the question is what if I don't live in Minneapolis? I mean, is this a service that I might be able to see in my neck of the woods someday?
If I play my cards right, I sure hope so. That is our dream. We wanted to prove concept in Minnesota. That's in my backyard. We think there's some really more target-rich, more viable markets with higher concentration of Jeep owners and with different seasonalities that we have in Minnesota. So we really think this is something that doesn't exist, which is true, and it's something our customers, our Jeep owners and Bronco owners really need.
Awesome. And your website, if people want to look into it and figure it out, is?
We are JOIIIO.com.
And how do you spell that, just in case?
JOIIIO.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
So I'm over here at Quake. You guys probably remember them from last year. They had all the awesome vehicles, including that Chia Bronco, which I love to death. And I'm standing here with Grant, and he's going to tell me about some of the products, or tell you, that is, about the products that they're making that you're going to want to buy. Grant?
What's going on, guys? So we're here once again, SEMA 2022. Thank you for that introduction. Some things that we just kind of want to highlight for this year. It's obviously the year of the Bronco. It's been out for a little bit of time. Now we've been able to develop quite a few different products. So a lot of our different bracketry involved that holds up your double pod lights. We have a 52-inch light bar bracket that's released. This is attached to the rack, so unfortunately that's not on display right now. But the thing that I'm really excited to show you are our brand new tail lights. So this is going to be our Metal Tech series of tail light. It kind of has almost like a throwback to the Mustang heritage. So it's actually like 3 vertical bars when it's on, and it sequences just like the Mustang does. And then this is our brand new product, released literally this morning, actually. And so it is our Trail Sight Delete, also referred to as the Trail Light is what we're calling it. So it has a RGB strip in it for those that want to wire it up, but it also just has a white DRL and a sequential turn signal that is going to go in the direction that you're going. So super neat little product right there on it. One more thing that's also worth highlighting, and hopefully you guys are good at editing because I can talk. Let's see, where did it go? Oh, it's right here. So this is our brand new 7-inch Classic Tech Series headlight. So we're doing a whole series for all of your 5x7s, 4x6s, 7-inch rounds, and 5 3/4. It does have a true tempered glass lens, actually, so it's not plastic or anything like that. So it just maintains that classic look for kind of all of your older heritage cars.
How about the light quality? Is the temperature still on the cool side or on the warmer side, like a traditional halogen? Or?
Yep, so this one we did opt to go with the 6,000 Kelvin right now. That's just from our markets research, the direction that we went. Yeah, we might look at releasing like a lower color temperature one, but just in terms of the light performance, we actually worked with, and Andon, you might be able to speak a little bit more to the actual design of the lens and how you get that grid pattern, but actually maintain a good beam pattern coming out of the light, because that's obviously what we care most about.
It's very intentionally designed optics. Very intentional to pay homage to the retro, lens and feel. So it's a little bit more advanced optics than the traditional old school glass lens, because it's integrating also some more tech, and it's all LED driven. And did you mention that it has a RGB function as well? So even though it doesn't really look like it, you can make it glow and do the full color spectrum and integrate it with our quad lock system, which is a system that integrates with the vehicle, and you can tie it into the blinkers and the brakes, and you can actually check a demo that we've got set up on the Gladiator here to see how it controls all of the system of lighting through 5 channels, front, rear, left, and right, and a center channel that doesn't have any effect from brake or blinker or dome lights or anything like that. So I guess it has to be dome, but pretty cool.
So, well, one of the questions I know a lot of people are going to ask, and I would probably ask as well, what kind of a standard pigtail does it come with?
H4.
Standard H4.
Okay.
Yep.
And do you have conversions to meet other vehicles as well?
Yep, we do have a bunch of wiring harness adapters, so really whatever vehicle you have, we're probably going to have a solution for.
Okay, and the other question I know you want to know, flicker. Is there anything that you got going on with flicker, or do you have to get something to prevent that?
Yep, so it does have a anti-flicker canvas built into the actual headlight itself. Obviously, this is designed for a lot of your older vehicles, and so the variance in the electrical systems is significant. Let's say if you did have a little bit of a flicker, reach out to us. We have one that piggybacks in line with this, and you'll be good to go. So, in other words, yes, yours. No flicker.
So for a guy like me who's got a CJ5 that I'd like to upgrade my lights into something that looks classic but still LED and modern, this is a great light. And even if you've got something like a JK that's still using a 7-inch round, this would be a fantastic replacement as well.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, nice chatting with you.
Thanks. Actually, there's one more thing. So what do we got here?
All right, so this is not normally how this system is operated. This is obviously just for display purposes. But what we're demoing here is our Quad Lock Pro controller. And so it takes all of our color change lights and integrates them into one singular remote control. And then it also integrates it into your vehicle's factory lighting system. So essentially, whenever you open the door, it's gonna go into like a nice white courtesy light. If you have underglow and stuff, that was on. Even if you don't have the color change aspect on, when you open that door, it's going to light up. Let's see, it actually splits the light bars like drivers and passengers channel, so that way when you throw on your blinker, it's going to flash. And then if you notice, if you come around to the rear of the vehicle too, anytime that you hit the brakes, anything that's tied into the rear channel is going to light up red. So right now you can see that wheel ring and then that top light, all of the rock lights as well. So it just fully integrates it. Really neat. A lot of people you don't see driving down the road with their rock lights flashing amber and lighting up red for the brakes. So it takes kind of a accessory light and gives it a little bit more function, but it's also just pretty neat.
So, and how much is this controller going to price point at?
Yep, so the controller itself, it retails around $360. Yeah, and then that's your main building block, and it's expandable and connects obviously all the lights on this vehicle, which we went a little overkill on.
Sure.
So yeah, it should be more than adequate for just about any lighting system you can imagine.
And is this available now?
It is, yes. This is ready to go, in stock, on our shelves, ready to ship.
And for anybody who wants to purchase it, where's the best place to get it at?
QuakeLED.com.
Awesome. So I'm standing here with Joe over at Apex, and I got drawn in because he has these crazy massive looking tie rods sitting on his table. Can you tell us a little bit about what you make them for?
Sure can. So this is our Jeep JL, JT, and Jeep JK 2.5 ton steering kit. These are 2-inch solid 70-75 T6 aluminum, black anodized and polished. And we also have it in a DOM steel at a slightly better price point, different type of driver. We have built-in anti-flop at both ends. It's a simple bearing seat with a nubbin on it that will allow it to rotate left and right for steering. Forward and back, it cannot flop, so you don't need a puck or any aftermarket solution. We also have, because we have no bent tubes, we use straight adjusting sleeves and jam nuts. And the coolest bit, we came up with our Ninja lock washer. Once you're installed, your alignment is done, everything's good and tight. You bend the square tabs over this way onto the adjusting sleeve, and the round tabs, there's 6 of them, so no matter where that clocks, you've got enough tabs to capture the nut on both sides of the tie rod and drag leg. all part of the Apex system.
And so what kind of a price point are we looking at for these 3 products?
So in the black aluminum, it's $1,050 for both tie rod drag link, all 4 pieces. It's $995 in polished aluminum and $855 in the DOM steel.
Another question I would have then, for the guys who want to do like a drag link flip kit, do you offer that as well?
We sure do.
Okay.
Yep. You simply take, this is the typical drag link end, the knuckle side. We take this one out of the kit, we add a second one of these ones. And it just replaces this because you need the geometry to be correct.
Right.
Yep.
And because these are left and right threads, you can make all your adjustments on the vehicle without having to pull it off.
100%. So in the Apex track bar, we've done the same basic idea with a straight tube. All the strength is built into this forged part, so that's not going to bend as opposed to a bent tube. Once this is all bolted up, your adjustment is just simply turn the rod. And because this is oftentimes done with the do-it-yourself person, if you can zoom in a little bit, there's what looks like a slightly damaged thread. That's a minimum engagement mark. So once it's installed, if you can still see that, either this needs to be centered between the 2 parts, or there's too much lift on the vehicle,
Sure.
and you need to do a different tube to get the proper geometry built in.
Relocation bracket.
Yep.
That is clever. I like that.
We try to make it so that the customer gets a great product. It's guaranteed forever. It's super well engineered. It's direct bolt-in, easy to install.
Sure.
No hassles. If there's any problems, you call us up. We're on the phone. We own the place. We solve the problem. It's just great.
So for a guy who wants to place an order for one of your products, where would they go to do that?
ApexChassis.com.
Awesome.
Super cool.
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
I think I've seen your stuff.
I'm standing over here at Acumen talking to Leo, and I stopped here because I saw this cool new device that I think a lot of you guys would be interested in, and he's here to tell us a little bit about it. So Leo, can you show me what you've got here?
Yes, basically it's a mirror dash cam integrated with the switch control systems. So we have the switch control box here, and with this, through this, you can control all the devices in the vehicle. And it's a mirror dash cam as well. You can see from here, slide, and we have switch panels that you can control all the devices one by one, or you can group them. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
And you were telling me that there are actually programmable switches as well. Can you show me that?
Yeah, of course. So each of the switch can be programmed. The strobe mode, the brightness, our power. So you can see the battery ignition.
Sure.
What's more, we have the momentary. You see that?
Yes, the light. Nice.
Release it. So, because for horns or something, you cannot just have it on all the time. So we have this. Yep. Yeah.
Very cool. So the other thing I wanted to know about, can I actually use this with my smartphone to control it as well?
Of course, we have apps that you can control the switch box. So you don't have to, so this is only the interface for the switch box. We have a phone to control it as well. Also, we have another apps that you can download the footages from the mirror.
So if I don't want to have lights and maybe I want to have some kind of other device, a winch or otherwise, can I actually switch the icons that I see?
Yeah, of course. So we have 120 icons I can choose from there.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm looking at the controller box. It's actually really small. I assume there are no fuses in it. It's all solid state?
Yep. This too.
Yes.
For 40 apps.
Okay.
And each of this are 20.
20, okay. So that's actually more than most of you guys will ever need for most of the gadgets, lights, or otherwise that you'd be using.
Yep.
Awesome. So it's a backup cam and a switch panel. And how much will this retail for?
Oh, the retail for is $9.99.
Okay.
With the mirror dash cam, with the switch box, with the mount and the cameras.
And if someone were interested in purchasing this, where would they find
We have actually ready products here.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Can you find this on Amazon then, or through your
We don't
website?
sell on Amazon. We sell on our website, and we sell to the resellers. So you can purchase from from us or from our retailers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you tell the camera what's your website? Acumen-camera.com. Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
No problem.
So I'm standing here in Central Hall over at SendCutSend, and what drew me in was this crazy looking car that looks really impressive, but the reason why I'm still here is because this is a company that I actually use to make a lot of my parts, and you guys know which ones I'm talking about. So I'm gonna have Drew explain to you what they do.
Yeah, so we're just a rapid turn manufacturer, and we do just quick turn laser cutting parts is mainly what we do. So we built this car to kind of showcase all the services that we offer. So, you know, from bending, powder coating, countersinking, hardware insertion, anodizing, plating, all that. So that's kind of the main thing we wanted to showcase here. Yeah, so it's a 15 horsepower jet turbine engine in it. And then it's just running a generator, and we have a 40 horsepower electric motor in the rear. It was inspired by a little toy, it was a Christmas present that we got, and it was a wind-up spring cart. And we were like, oh man, it'd be really cool to make a life-size version of that. But we wanted that kind of like 20s Indy car look to it, mixed with like an A117 stealth fighter kind of look. So low poly design, because obviously we can do all of those. We can't have round edges. So, and it'll be in the SEMA Ignite on Friday, so we'll be driving it.
Drive this thing.
We'll drive it. We drove it before we came down here, and that's the cool thing is, you know, we have, you know, about 180 hours of design in it. But then now that we have all the design work, really, I mean, the assembly of it was about 24 hours roughly, cutting and assembling. But if we wanted to do it again, we could probably do it in about 8 hours. So, yeah.
So what's cool about them is that you don't actually have to be making 1,000 parts. In fact, a lot of what they are really good at is highlighting maybe one prototype piece or a couple pieces, and it's even done at a reasonable cost. And like, what kind of materials do you work with?
So we offer all kinds of different materials, from metals, carbon fiber, phenolics, you know, plastics, woods, all that. And that's the whole thing, is we all started out as car guys, and we wanted to make it accessible for people to build these things at a reasonable cost, because we were always, you know, we bought a plasma table and we hated the results of it, and I came from a sheet metal background. I was like, well, why don't we just like combine these, you know, because we came from a software company and I came from the metal side, so we just kind of merged and we kind of made this monstrosity that we have now. So yeah, we wanted to support all these guys that are makers and make it easy for them to do that.
So what does a guy need to do to get a project going? Like, how difficult or how easy is it for them?
It's super easy. So we want people to upload a 2D vector file, so a DXF, DWG, AI, or EPS, which several programs output that. We typically recommend SolidWorks, Fusion 360, QCAD, AutoCAD. Those are all great options, but there's also Illustrator programs like Adobe Illustrator and Inkscape, things like that work great. So you just take that file and you export it in the 2D file format, upload it to our website, select a material type, thickness, quantity, and order away. That's it. And then if you don't have those programs, we also have a pretty cool parts builder option. So if you're just wanting a simple flange or a little bracket, you know, anything like that, a little tab, you can just go in there, adjust the sizes, select the material type again, and then you just order away. And our turnaround times are typically 2 to 3 business days. If you add some services like powder coating, it may add, you know, about 5 business days.
It really is that easy. It really is that fast, and honestly, it's pretty cheap. So if you're looking just to make like a specific bracket for your Jeep that you know you need, but you don't know how to get, or no one else is making it, these guys can help you out. Where should they go to find you guys online?
SendCutSend.com.
Awesome. So you know our new CB bar that's coming out, these guys are making it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
It's so neat.
There really is so much more to see. And I really do wish I could show all of it to you. Unfortunately, this will mark the end of SEMA 2022, or at least for us anyway. We hope that you enjoyed our coverage of the show, and as always, we would love to know what you thought about it here on our YouTube channel or on Wayalife.com. Until next time, keep the shiny side up, all 4 on the floor, and with any luck, we'll see you on the trail.